Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a team from the American, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the East Carolina Pirates offense will get the football first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys...
Turning it on! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Pirates in the hurry-up.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Pirates have their offense in high gear.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
It's caught. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Second down.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
How about the job in recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Makes the grab on the left. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. The Pirates will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. So Navy's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving.
Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 30. Yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Kinsey. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Finds his man. It's Vick. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Snagged in the middle, it's Morrow. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Pirates want to pick up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Trying the left side. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's loose down the middle. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Navy! The defense putting points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Let's see what they've got on second down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you can tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Snagged out of the air. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Pirates will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. He's got great speed. Touchdown, midshipman! Stealing a score on special teams. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. All kinds of time before he fires right. They make the stop, but a big pickup thanks to the big arm from this senior quarterback.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
The RPO, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Pirates headed quickly to the line. He leaves it with his back. Gets it past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going to ride this running back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. The Pirates with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got it along the sideline. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defense is going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep. Don't give up those big plays. Make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Tight end now in motion. The give to the tailback. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Kinsey. Working that left side now. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown, Navy! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
East Carolina.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start in the 25. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Hold and fire complete. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He unleashes a long one. Pulls in the deep ball. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And the Pirates trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And that is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. The screen, and watch out. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on second and short. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Fires to the big fella. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
Man, the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
Second down, he'll throw it. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The midshipman trying to sail way forward on third and half a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Got him downfield. At the 35, he's loose. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Using the quick game. They make the stop, and not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You could have the perfect play call on, and he's still picking up the first.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Touchdown, Midshipman! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down in the end zone.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. To the air, it's Kinsey. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the catch. It's Byrne. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Pirates send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He'll throw it. Finds his tight end. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. Deep shot for the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Navy.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Timeout, East Carolina.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. To the air on first down. It's complete to the right. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Pirates will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Kinsey. Hauls it in. That should be the final play of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Annapolis. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Pirates will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Thorne. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Navy will go back on the attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box, everybody up front.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. The throw to the outside is complete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Finds his big tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Leaves it with the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Pirates will punt it away on 4th down. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry about it.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
The play action fake. Got a man. It's Vick. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
There are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he got loose. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Red pass hits complete. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
So now it's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Creates a little room. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, as you know, there is a fight for the Cyhawk going on between Iowa and Iowa State, and we finally have a winner. Iowa stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Iowa City. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking downfield on 1st down. The screen, he's got wheels. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Grab near the sticks. It's Cook. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's York. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Fast completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the 1st half. And here they are in the 2nd half defending a deep ball.
With the catch, it's Vick. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Navy was pinned deep, and now a chance to put together a drive. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Navy! Great job by the back on the option. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. So 1st down will open up the final period. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
The Pirates come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Coleman. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Has to get there to move the sticks. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
What a job out front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. And here comes the Navy offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man on the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, midshipmen. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.